I moved back home while pregnant after my husband left me, and now he's claiming I'm trying to steal his baby. My husband Nathan and I had been together for 10 years, married for 5. We were living in this expensive city on the West Coast, and I was 8 months pregnant with our first kid. Everything seemed fine. We planned this baby together, picked out names, painted the nursery, the whole thing. Then 3 weeks ago, Nathan sits me down and says he wants a divorce. Just like that, no warning. He said he didn't want to be tied down anymore, that he was still young and needed to live his life. I'm sitting there with my huge pregnant belly, completely shocked, and he's telling me he needs freedom. He swore there was nobody else. But 2 days later, I saw him posting Instagram stories at some bar with this girl hanging all over him. He wanted me to move out of our house, the house I paid the down payment for with money I saved for years. I told him absolutely not, so he moved in with his buddy Brandon instead. Here's the thing about where we lived. It's insanely expensive. I make really good money, but as a single mom paying for a whole house plus childcare plus everything a baby needs, I'd be barely scraping by. I could technically afford it, but I'd have no savings, no emergency fund, nothing. Plus, all of Nathan's family lives there, his friends, his whole support system. I moved there for him after college, leaving my hometown in the Midwest. I had some friends there, sure, but nobody who could help me with a newborn at 3 a.m. when I'm losing my mind. My parents still live in my hometown. They're divorced and usually can't stand being in the same room together. But when I told them what happened, they immediately united in hating Nathan. It was actually kind of funny seeing them work together for once. They found me a rental house in my hometown and refused to let me pay them back. Said I needed to save money to buy my own place eventually. My mom's about to retire and offered to watch the baby while I work. My company even has an office there so I could transfer and keep my job. It was perfect. Everything lined up. So I moved back home last week. Nathan completely lost it when I told him. Started screaming about how I was moving to get back at him and trying to keep him away from the baby. I explained very clearly that I couldn't afford to be a single mom there, but he doesn't believe me. He's been texting everyone we know, saying I'm manipulating the custody situation, that I moved specifically to get the upper hand. That's not why I moved, but honestly, having my family nearby and better custody laws is definitely a bonus. His job doesn't have any offices in my city. He'd have to quit and find something new if he wanted to move here. When I mentioned that, he said that was way too much to ask of him. Too much to ask. He's asking me to stay in a city where I have no support, can barely afford to live, and raise our baby alone, but asking him to job hunt is too much. I told him I'd be filing for child support once the baby's born. He got even angrier and said I needed to make up my mind. Either I let him be a dad or I don't. I told him he's going to be a dad no matter what. If he wants to move here and be involved, great. If not, he can be a dad by paying child support and visiting when he can.